Hey you guys, I am NanoMango, and welcome to Farming Simulator 17. Now, I have played quite a bit of Farming Simulator 15 on my channel. However, this is a whole new ball game. This game is it's absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to show you guys around. If you guys have not seen anything of Farming Simulator 17 yet, I'm really happy to show you guys some of the awesome features. Really, most of it is the same. So obviously it's a farming game, so you're gonna be farming. However, one of the coolest and most exciting things in the entire game is the trains, because holy crap, you get to drive these. It's absolutely crazy. So today we are going to be farming this little field. We're going to be planting some crops. Let's real quick see what we've got. Alright, so we've got a little nice stash of crops here. I'm using my Steam controller, so that's why I don't have really mouse controls. You may notice with me looking around and stuff, it's just going to be with my controller, but for pointing purposes, I'm going to use my mouse. So we've got some wheat, barley, canola, and this is new to Farming Simulator 17. We've got sunflowers, and we've got soybeans. Now, corn, potatoes, and sugar beets were all part of the old game as well. Not much else new for crops. We can do logging just like the first game. One really cool thing about this game is these gold nuggets. There's one right here, and they have these all over the place. There's 100 of them. Sometime in this series, I will find all 100. I did that in my regular campaign, and when you find 100, I believe there's one in here. No, there's not. When you find all 100, you get 1 million in-game dollars, and it is amazingly helpful. So, I know this is Farming Simulator, so let's actually farm. Let's walk through there. Okay. Alright, so let's put this on. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to push B to hire a worker. Now, I don't always hire a worker, but I usually do. What that does is it helps me to save some... Oh, frick. Nope. Whoops. Whoops, stop that real quick. We're going to disable the straw, because we don't need to pick that up right now. Oh, let's back up a little. Okay, so anyway, he was leaving straw all over the ground. We don't need that. I'm not going to be making straw bales right away. I'll probably make some later, but that's really time consuming for not very much profit. So let's go over here. Let's attach this cultivator here and drive into this field and start cultivating. And then we'll grab this sower. Now let's pick a crop really quick. I'm thinking sowing some soybeans, because it takes a long time to build up a lot of soybeans. Same with canola and stuff, but soybeans are a very high output crop, but only if you have a lot of it. So that's kind of their downside. Let's hop in our pickup truck right now, and let's go and look around this place. Now, I have been playing this game so freaking much. Let's just drive down here. This truck is super fast. I love it. Let's go into cruise control, and here we go. The Steam controller makes this game so easy. Alright, here we go. Across the train tracks, and we're going to be having some fun with the train later. Maybe not in this episode, but definitely at some point. This thing slides around. But anyway, so we've got this main freeway here, right down in the middle, and I love it so much, because in the old game there was a freeway in one of the maps, but I never really liked that map a whole ton, never played it a bunch. I played the America map, and just like that, this map is also based in America. So right over here, whoop, if I don't smack into them, I actually sold my truck in my other profile, so I'm not used to driving it anymore. Yeah, so this is the store. This is where you buy everything and sell everything, and you can actually customize your vehicles a little bit. So let's go into the store right now. So here are all of the vehicles that you can buy. Well, I mean, these are all the little, categories of vehicles. So let's hop into tractors real quick. Just for example, let's say we want to buy a JCB. This is my favorite tractor that I've had so far. It's the most sophisticated and expensive tractor I've had so far. I haven't had many of the cheaper ones yet. I really just tried to upgrade as quickly as I could to the most expensive one. So anyway, when you go into the purchase screen, you've got engine setup, so you can pay $17,500 for a nicer engine, and that'll boost you up about 35 horsepower, which is great. It can really help you out when you need to have more horsepower than the tractor offers, but you don't have very much money, and you don't really want to upgrade to a really expensive tractor, so you can really get some more bang for your buck. You can also do wheel setup, so you can do wide tires or standard. On some tractors, you can actually do double wide tires, so you can have another set of tires on the sides, which is really awesome. Not this tractor though. And you can also change the rim color. So there's only 2 colors for this tractor, but other tractors obviously have different colors. And one of the greatest things about this is that you can lease a vehicle. So let's say you need to harvest some potatoes because they keep going into demand and you never sell them, right? Well, you can quench that demand by, instead of buying this extremely expensive $429,000 machine, or even these $9,000, $112,000 machines, you don't have to buy them. You can lease this one for one day for $47,000, which is cheaper than just the cheap one. You rent this for one day, you fill up your inventory with all the potatoes you possibly can, and then you're pretty much set. You return it at the end of the day, and then you've got your entire supply of potatoes that you need. It's amazing. I haven't leased anything yet because I've been trying to just buy things when I need them, but I might end up leasing some stuff in this YouTube video series. One of my favorite additions to this game is conveyor belts. They have needed these for forever. So what these conveyor belts can do is they can be placed on the ground and run into anywhere you want. You can actually dump anything onto the ground that you want. So wheat, sugar beets, potatoes, anything that you can put in a trailer, you can actually dump onto the ground now, which in the old game you couldn't. You had to only put it in your storehouse. Now with that comes a little bit of a disadvantage because you are no longer able to store as much in your silos. In the previous game, I believe it was actually unlimited, so you could just store anything you wanted in there, and you were fine. But you are limited to 100,000 liters of whatever you've got. You can buy more silos, but I think, let me see how much they cost. So a small silo increases it by 50,000, and a large silo doubles your storage capacity. But they cost $70,000 and $125,000, which is crazy expensive. And once you've actually paid that, you do get more storage space, but it's just so expensive that I actually started to find loopholes instead of purchasing things, which, you know, it's whatever, but I thought it was pretty hilarious. What I ended up doing is let's take a trip over to the train station here. So right over here, this is my farm, obviously, where all my machines are working. I'm just going to take it right over here. You still can't fill the bed of this truck, which is a little sad, but it's alright. You drive over here, and there's your train station, the main one, whoa, where both trains can meet up and exchange goods. So let's drive right to here, and you'll be able to see that this is where both trains are parked. Now you can see above the trains there's places for them to be loaded, and under the trains they can dump out. Now right here is where you can fill up your semi-truck with stuff that's on a train, and here is where you can dump out. Now, this facility is incredibly unique because you can store up to, I believe, 500,000 liters, or maybe it's 300,000. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's 500,000 liters of anything you want. So basically, you get more storage at this little train station than at your own farm, which is interesting. But the purpose of that is to be able to change over an entire train from one to the other without having to like keep unloading and reloading over and over and over again, because those trains will carry a lot. They have 3 cars each of grain carrying ability. One train has 2 cars of log carrying and the other one only has 1. This train station also carries the same amount of goods, and that's of each item. So I think you can put up to, I think, 500,000 liters of anything, like each thing that you want to put in there. So what I did in my other map is I harvested sugar beets for days, but I didn't sell any. So what I ended up doing is I started transporting them in trains to these other stations, and I filled up all 3 train stations because there's one on the other line. There's 2 train lines. Let's actually look at the map really quick. You can see one train line. This is the main station. One train line goes here, and we just visited this station here, and it goes down and back. And the other train line goes here, and there's a station here, and then it goes around to the Maplefield Mill, where the only train station to sell stuff is, and then it goes around and back. But the sawmill is also there, so that's where you can distribute your logs really easily. So all of this really helps to store as much stuff as you possibly can. I was able to store hundreds of thousands of liters of sugar beets, and I still have yet to sell them. I actually ended up filling up both trains to capacity, to max capacity, along with all of the stations, and as soon as I am able to sell them, I'm really hoping I can sell it at the Maplefield Mill, because if I can't, then it's going to be one heck of a trip loading up all the trains to get them all to a station. So that's basically what I'm doing in my other profile. I'll try not to talk about that one too much, but again, it's all the experience that I have in this game up until now. So the strategy that I have for this is we started out with $25,000. I'm going to try not to buy too much stuff in the very beginning, at least not until after the first growing season. If we're able to sell one of our crops, I will actually go and I'll take out that really big loan, but I want to try and avoid running out of money, and I also want to try and avoid taking out loans until I need to. Taking out loans is really nice in this game because they will really help you get ahead. Yes, I know all about silos. Thank you very much. Anyway, they'll really help you get ahead, but it'll increase interest a lot, and it'll make your payments daily a lot higher than with your just simple, nice little loan that you start out with. Basically, all I have to do now is just wait for these fields to be done, and then I have to wait all night for them to grow, and then they'll be grown all by the next day, which is totally great. But let's just drive around, look at the scenery a little bit. So, I watched Finding Dory for the first time today, and I tell you what, it is amazing. Just an absolutely amazing movie. I loved it. I tried my best to predict what was going to happen next for most of the movie, and it ended up surprising me really frequently, and that was really nice. Most movies are kind of predictable in that sense, where you're just sitting there and you're pretty sure you know what's going to happen, and as long as that's not what happens, most of the time I'm pretty okay. That was stupid. What the heck? Okay, bro. Yeah, that was not the smartest. Well, now at least I can show you what happens when you flip a vehicle. You just grab that vehicle in here, click reset, and then you select it again and click enter, and then poof, you're in the vehicle at the shop, which is perfect. Anyway, can't believe I flipped the truck. Anyway, so let's drive down here. I'll show you guys this train station here. So yeah, I actually, if you haven't seen it, go see it, but I will tell you though that there was one scene towards the end, almost at the end, that I cried. Like, I didn't bawl, it was just like, I don't cry during movies. I have cried during maybe one or two, and when I say cry, I mean just like your eyes get some tears and then they go away, like that sort of, like it's just so sweet or sad or something like that. But I'm not really a crying type of person, but that just got to me, you know. It's such a sweet movie, and I loved it so much. But that happened. I was just, it was so emotional, and I loved it. I mean, I tell you what. And that's the thing is it was a sweet, like a really sweet movie, and I just love the heck out of it. So if you guys have a chance to see it, definitely 100%. But amazing movie, just Again, as my final statement about that. Oh, don't go in the water, bud. Really? Is this how we're doing things now? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. What do you mean this isn't too deeply? I can still... What the heck? Okay. Okay, we found a bug. We found a little... I wish I could flip this. See if I get up. And I can get back in it. What the heck? And I can open and close the tailgate, can't I? Yeah, I can. Look at that. What? What even? Okay, that is too funny. I have this desire to hit this truck with a train, but it's not going to be just any encounter. I'm going to park this thing. Well, first I'll let you guys see just what happens when you park it on a railroad crossing. You won't be particularly impressed, but I'll show you that anyway, and then I will show you kind of what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of trying to park this truck onto a bridge and just press the train into it slowly and see if I can get this truck to glitch somehow. And that would be the best case scenario. The train is unstoppable. The only thing that can move the train, well, not move the train even, is the only thing that can slow the train down is a hill. That's it. So let's go ahead and select the proper train. This is it. Let's turn on the lights. There we go. And now, let's honk the horn. This is absolutely gorgeous. You guys know how much I love trains. So anyway, the reason that I honked it that long is because that's actually the entire sound clip. If I stop it any sooner, it just sounds ridiculous. So if you play the whole sound, it sounds a whole ton better. So if I ever play with you, just make sure you do that, because that's really annoying when the train sounds so strange. Okay, anyway, completely off topic, but this train is crazy, and yes, it has cruise control, so when you have a really long way to go, you don't gotta worry about holding down the trigger, because it gets annoying after a while. Here is our collision. Boop. That's it, ladies and gents. I pushed the truck out of the way, and now we get to reset it again. Oh no, we don't. It flipped itself back. Well, isn't that just freaking dandy? Okay, this game would be so fun to screw around in multiplayer. I would just... The amount of train experiments that you can do, such as how many vehicles does it take to glitch out the train? Can the train be slowed down? Is there something we can... Like, it's beautiful. It's actually quite reminiscent of GTA 5, where it was just the biggest thing to try to stop the train. You guys saw the bridge. I'm going to see if I can wedge this truck in between one of the bridge supports and then have the train just absolutely demolish this thing. So that's obviously most definitely the goal. So here we go. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to see if I can park the truck sideways in here. Okay, so I think we can do this. Okay, so what I've got to do is I've got to park the rear into this. It's time for those real-life backing up a vehicle skills that I totally have and would never... Oh, wow. Okay, well, that actually did kind of show my skill. That makes me happy. Okay, here we go. Oh, my gosh. So, if anybody asks how I parked the truck here, just tell them it was magic, because holy crap. This is beautiful. I could not have parked this any better. Obviously, I don't want it here because I think it has just enough space to actually slide down the track. But I think if it's here, it's going to wedge itself pretty dang good. So let's grab the train. Oh, man. We've got work to do. Darn, I've got to actually fill up this bucket. We'll just park it and forget completely about it. Park it and forget completely about it. Okay, so maybe first we'll try a nudge. I just think that smacking into it will kind of glitch it a little bit easier. I really want it to have some serious glitches that are very visible, not those just popped out of the bridge sort of a thing. That tends to happen at higher speeds in games. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's just nudge this thing ever so gently. Okay, here we go. All right. So now we're just about touching it. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Aww. It didn't do much. Yes. Oh, yes. Can we get into the truck now? That's the real question. Oh, that was beautiful. First of all, that glitch was just beautiful. Second of all, this is what I'm talking about. You can drive on the side of the train a little bit. Well, I moved a little. Okay. Okay, so we tried that. Let's see if we can get in the train. Now it'll probably fall. No. No way. What? Okay, there we go. Now it fell. That was so weird. All right. Let's reverse the train now. See how much we can just pinch it in there. Again, of course. Again. All right. We'll do it a little bit faster this time. Come on. Come on, do something funny. Yes. Oh, man. Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. This time, I'm not going to park in exactly the same spot I did last time. I'm going to park, because there's two of these little overlook things. I'm going to park at the closer one. Here we go. Oh, come on. We've reached 51. And... Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, my gosh! Yes! Oh my gosh, I don't think that could have gone any better. Oh man. Now, oh! Oh my gosh, I threw it. I threw it out the side and it is upside down. That could not have gone any better. Oh my gosh, let's just bring this train back around. Let's bring it back around to the train station. That was completely successful. Okay, so let's go and cultivate the field that we just harvested. And of course, in my free time, I will definitely finish up this field. I'm going to do a lot more probably time-lapsey sort of stuff in the future, but for today, this is about all I have time for. So let's just go ahead and park this here, and I will dump it out in my own time, of course. And there we go. One of the main reasons that I would prefer to not use my own free time for this game is just because I have another farm to keep up, and I don't want to have to keep up both, because just one takes so much time that it's really difficult to maintain both of them. So I'm going to try to do it on camera for you guys, mostly. I mean, there's also the part of it where it's more fun to watch and you know what's going on. So, but I'm going to try to make these episodes a lot more funny so that just they're good for normal viewing and not just people who love Farming Simulator. So that's my goal, obviously. All right, here we go. Wrap that up, and we'll just park it right here where I usually park my harvester. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do leave a like, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Goodbye! I've said it a bunch of times already, and I will continue saying it. This whole game is just amazing, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's keep harvesting these. I know I can chop down trees, but for now, food and the sap...